Hi, it's Elisa with Mirror Image Crafts. In this video, I'm going to talk about a few things that you can do with photos or things to watch out for when you're working with photo boxes and paper tearing, the paper tearing technique. So what I have open is a page from my 2012 family album where I used the ripped photo edges technique with some textured cardstock on this layer. And just to highlight that layer real quick to show you, I'm in my layers palette over here, and I'm just going to double click on the textured cardstock piece so that now MDS knows that's the piece that I'm working with. Because I brought it over as just a piece of textured cardstock, it treats it as a photo, which means I can right click on it and rip the photo edges, and I'll show you kind of what that screen looks like if you haven't seen it before. You can see that I've just selected the top and bottom rips and left the sides alone. In this case it didn't really matter because my sides were kind of over the page, but I really only wanted to rip the top and bottom pieces. And you can see if you want to change how the rip looks, you just uncheck this box and recheck it. I'm going to cancel that because I don't want to actually change this page. What I do want to do, I've opened a blank page to kind of show you some things that you'll want to watch out for if you're using photos specifically with mats and using cardstock as a photo. And so what I want to do is come over here to my background papers. I'm going to just drag over just this brocade blue piece. And just what I like to do for my backgrounds is use photo boxes as opposed to just filling the background. In an earlier video I explained kind of why I prefer that over just using the background. There's a little more you can do with it, but I just wanted kind of a background piece. And then I'm going to drag over some Blushing Bride. It's also the textured cardstock. And I'm just going to make this a little bit bigger. And then bring over, I'm not trying to look cute with my colors or anything, but just bring over a couple so you can kind of see what's going on with some of the features of working with photos. So what I want to do is, with these two pieces right here, I want to put a mat on both of them. So I'm just going to go over here to my matting, and I'm going to lower that to about 3. I'm going to leave it white, we'll be able to see that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply this to all the photos on my page. And actually I'm going to change the color. I'm going to change the matte, change it to black. But I've applied the matte to all the photos on this page. And then I'm going to click OK. So now you can see that both of these have the same matte on them. And then I'm going to decide, oh hey, I think I want my background to be a little bit lighter, so I'm going to reduce the opacity of my background. Oh, well, what's going on there, we'll just kind of move it up. What's going on my background now, because it's technically in a photo box, is there's a black mat around it, even though you can't see it. It's still there, and if I want to bring the opacity down on that, what's coming through is the black mat. If that's the look you're going for, if you kind of like that kind of navy blue look, then that's great. But in most cases, that's probably not what you're going for. So for that reason, when you're doing a mat, just make sure before you click to apply to all the photos, make sure you know whether or not that's going to work for you, because if you have some photos on the page where you've reduced the opacity, then that's going to create a problem for you. So I'm going to just bring all this down. If you bring it down to 0 and then apply to all, then that's taking the mat away essentially. So on this piece right here, just a second, I'm going to right click on this, I'm going to rip some photo edges. I'm just changing till I like one. You can make the rip bigger or smaller, doesn't really matter on this project. So Okay, so it looks like there's still a matte on there, so that creates another problem when you're trying to do a project. So make sure that you don't have the matte on your photos unless you want them there, and you'll notice that if you use the ripped photo edges and there's a matte, then it could create a problem for you. Now that might be kind of a neat effect that you want on a page that you're working on, but in most cases it's probably not the look you're going for. So I've just run into that issue a few times with some projects I've been working on, and just wanted to share that in this quick little video for you. So let me know in the comments if you have any questions, and I'll catch you guys next time.